If you're like me, you might be feeling some pent-up energy, so let's everyone just shake it out a little bit. Just shake it out, get it out. Come on, graduates, I know you got it. Shake it out. You stayed up all night. Let's go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay, let's be totally honest. That was selfish. All right. Thank you, President Connie Book, the Board of Trustees, cultural programs, faculty, staff, and all the unsung heroes behind the scenes that put on this wonderful event. Today marks the first graduation in Elon history of 133 years to have a female president and a female commencement address speaker. That was worthy of clapping over. Graduates, today is your day to reflect on the sacrifices and accomplishments of the past 4 years or 7, depending on how much time you spent at Fat Frog. You are a unique class. You thought you knew what you were getting into, and then the world upended, and now here you are, the first collegiate class to emerge after the most colossal shift in the last century. The truth is, as Liam mentioned, you are best suited for the challenges of this world. You are disembarking the university on a blank slate. It's an untouched canvas, and this world will transform because of your leadership. I believe that your greatest ability will be to create a path and existence so unique that it becomes impossible for anyone else to replicate, to create a life that's unreplicable. This will be your ultimate success. When I was in your shoes, though, I didn't know this. As a first-generation college student that paid her way through university with scholarships and financial aid, Pell Grant, what? Raised by a single mom. Hi, Mom. I thought I was supposed to do exactly as I was told, get a corporate job, move to Charlotte, and find a husband to settle down with. Yet deep down, I knew my future self was calling in something bigger. That unreplicable path still eluded me, but I believed it would come, and you can believe it will come too. After studying abroad in my junior year, I realized, like most of you who have studied abroad, that I wanted to go back. But this time, I wanted to actually work in Asia. And not just any job, I wanted a job in business because I knew my value and I knew I had something to offer. And this is how my truly unique path began. I dumped my boyfriend. Sold my car, and with only $2,000 in my pocket, I bought a one-way ticket to Singapore without a job. I found one, though, at Toyota as the first female to do Kaizen and process improvement, leading teams throughout Asia. I found a place where the very things that everyone else saw as weaknesses, young, female, American, fresh out of college, were actually strengths because I simply had a different perspective. Many years later, I was back in the States. I wrote the best-selling book. I started speaking at universities across the globe because I didn't experience female speakers on campus. I started a podcast, and now I coach C-suite leaders for multi-million-dollar companies. This adulting thing, it's not so bad after all. It's actually pretty rad. But what you see in me right now, I see in you. You're not going to be a historical footnote, you pretty little phoenixes. You're going to write history. Yes. Woo. Today, I'd like to share with you some of the core tenets that allowed me to create and actualize this unreplicable life so that you can do the same. Okay. First, harness your fear. Do not be subservient to it. Do you remember that stomach feeling right before your first kiss? That beautifully awkward tremor, and then after, just pure bliss? When you feel fear, recognize the opportunity for greatness. Most fearful moments are immediately followed by unbridled awe. Become friends with fear. It's a sign of awe in waiting. Going from phoenixing to adulting might be scary, but I promise you, awe is just on the other side of it. Second, befriend and be friends. Your current friends will chart new and scary courses of life just like you, and it may be difficult to stay close. Recognize that some will stay and some will go. Instead of being fearful of loss, though, be excited for gain. You'll both gain a new life, a new chapter, and a new story. And for the love of God, be the most epic hype person for the people you love. Get psyched for them, not jealous. Celebrate their success without questioning your own. Elon makes community look easy, right? And now, you're being called to build your own. To build your own tribe in whatever city you end up. Be the friend that you want others to be for you. Stay in touch, arrange meetings, build community, embody the very friend you desire of others. Don't let people make assumptions about you. Don't put up walls. You belong. Show strangers, your friends, your family, your exact truth, and be unapologetic. And as Lizzo says, walk in like a Pomeranian. That was for me. When you meet new people, introduce yourself not by what you do, but by who you are. Your career, it is not your identity. None of the most awesome people on earth are going to care that you're a consultant or an artist or a journalist. The most epic people in the world want to know who you are in your core. They want to look you in your eyes and see your soul. And if you loved someone at Elon and it's not working out after graduation like it didn't for me, I promise you, you will find love again, and you will find it many times in your life. Third, be an original thinker. Like Lady Gaga, a creative that changes so fast no one can criticize her because she's on to the next thing. Like anyone else obsessed? Yeah. Mickey Agrawal also is an original thinker. She took the bidet and said that everyone should have one with her company Tushy. And she's right. Bidets are awesome. American toilets are like so 2000. Wait, isn't that the year y'all were born? These original thinkers, they develop their own ideas and thoughts about the world, but most importantly, they have the courage to share them. I am an original thinker. You are an original thinker. You just have to act on them. Original thought is the singular most important trait that will take you wherever you want to go. At the 2008 World Economic Forum, the CEO of Alibaba, Jack Ma, said that humans should not try to compete with robots, but rather they should master skills unique to humans, like innovation, art, original thought. It's no big deal. You mastered COVID, hurricanes, and a flood. You might as well defeat sentient robots while you're at it. Fourth, learn how to use change as fuel for your fire. Change is happening, and it's happening fast. This adulting thing I mentioned, it's about to start in about 6 minutes as soon as I stop talking. From this point going forward, anything can change. So be the doula of your own destiny. Change early and change often. Nothing is permanent. What does this really mean, impermanence? It allows you to change your mind about your job that you choose, the friends that you keep, the politics that you believe. You can change your mind about the city you move to. You have my permission to change your mind. but you must decide. In Buddhist theory, they say the root cause of human suffering is in oscillation, going back and forth. It's in not deciding. Once you decide, things will move fast, but you are the one that's setting the pace. So remind yourself, what pace are you setting? Don't rush success. This success thing is the fifth. It's an inside job. You've spent the last 22 years of your life being told what success is, and now you're going to be spending the next 22 years of your life unlearning it. This is my challenge to you. Unlearn so you can define success on your own. And that is why, from here on out, the most important relationship is the relationship with yourself. What goes on between your two ears. So as you move forward and as you look at yourself and the people around you, be aware of homogeny and sameness, and instead aim for a life of idiosyncrasy. Do things that push your edges and make you feel alive. That is why we're all here. And as my famous love and relationship coach, Annie Lala, says, you will fall in love with your life. It's really hard to condense a lifetime of learning into a 10-minute speech that you're all going to forget tomorrow anyways. But in addition to these deep life lessons that I've shared with you already, I have a few golden nuggets that I'd like to pass on if you'll accept them. Are you ready? Thank you. Here we go. First, do a 10-day silent meditation retreat. You will thank me. Your partners will thank me. Go on vacation by yourself. Stand in front at concerts. Invest in crypto, especially today. Go to Burning Man. Study Tantra, listen to Rufus du Sol, learn how money works. Charge a speaking fee. Demand equal pay even if you're not a star soccer player. Yes. Have a look in the news if you don't know why people are clapping. Do a dry January. Read the book Come As You Are by Emily Nagoski. And most importantly, hit me up in the DMs. Let me know how awesome they're going, okay? Graduates. Look how far you've come. From that first visit or college fair to the day you moved in to having your first underage beer. From meeting your first friend to your first polar plunge to your first parking ticket to your last one, because I know you all got more than one. To that moment when your favorite professor wrote you a glowing recommendation that solidified your first job. And now here, cap and gown with all its wear. Admire yourself today, not for what you've done, but for who you've become and for who you will become. Because I see you. We all see you. And as I said before, your greatest ability will be to create a path in life that is impossible for anyone else to replicate. Being unreplicable is not just being unique or living your best life. You are already unique without being unreplicable. Because there are 7 billion people in this world, and the only way that your legacy will be remembered as you is if you take a path that has never been taken before and will never be taken again. It's the difference between being an astronaut and being the first astronaut to go to Mars and come back. Class of 2022, there is something very special in you. I invite you now to hold your hand on your heart. Hold your hand on your heart and hold your other hand on your tummy. Yes, Take a big breath in. And out. This is a good moment. Now close your eyes. And if you'd like, repeat after me and say this to yourself. I am proud of you. Hell yeah, or out loud. You have done it. Nothing can stop you now. Open your eyes. Your life story that has never been told and will never be written again is only just beginning. Class of 2022, well done.